video we are going to see a problem on orthographic projections. For that, here we have a question. The figure shows pictorial view of an object. Draw the following views using first angle method of projection. First, front view from direction X, top view and side view from left. So in this case, the pictorial view 3D diagram is given to us and we have to draw three views. First, front view from direction X, that is we are looking along X as an observer. So this will be the front view for us in this direction. Next, we have to draw the top view looking from top, and then side view from left, that is looking from left hand side. Now whenever it is by first angle method of projection, the side view which is left hand side will be drawn towards right hand side, that is we are going to look in this direction and this view would be drawn onto the right hand side. So here we can say that front view, it will be in VP because it is by first angle method of projection. Top view will be in HP and front view and side view will be adjacent to each other. Next, before starting the drawing, we should know how much is the total length, total height and total width. So here if we calculate, when we are looking along X direction, we are going to get the total length. So that is 40 plus 75, which gives us the value as 115, and then this 75 will go up till here, and finally there is a diameter of 50 mm. So from this center up to the end, this is 25. And now if I can say here, from 40 plus 75, it is the distance up to this end. Now if I want the distance up to this center, because after the center the distance up till the end will be the radius of outer circle, which is 25. So it is 25 this distance. Next, here from 75 I have to subtract 6, so that becomes 69 plus 40 and plus 25. So that will be, it is 69 plus 40, which gives us 109 plus 25. So the total length will be 134 mm, and then the total height will be, here first we have a block of 15 mm height. After that, the distance is from this block to the center of the circle, that is 65. So 15 plus 65, that is 80 mm, and then from here till the top there is the radius of outer circle, which is 25. So 80 plus 25, that is 105. I'll go on writing that. Length is 134, height is 15 plus 65, that is 80 plus 25, 105, and width is, the total width as we can see here, that is 70, which is the maximum width. Otherwise we have 50 mm width here as well, but we want the maximum width or the total width, which is 70 mm. Next, here I'll explain the spacing, that is where we should draw the front view, top view and side view. For that, first we need XY line. Now here I am explaining the spacing. If we see this object, then we have to draw the side view from left. It means side view will be drawn on right hand side, means we are going to look along left but draw it on right hand side. So side view will be here, and side view and front view are adjacent, so front view will be on left hand side. Here we are going to get the top view. So starting with the front view first. In front view, length and height are visible. Length is 134 mm, height is 105. Marking 105. So this is the box inside which we should draw the front view. Top view will be in HP. Here I'll mark. This is XY line. Here we have VP. This is HP. So top view will be in HP and side view in VP on the right hand side. Now looking at this object along direction X, when we are here, the first thing which we can see is this plate which is having 15 mm height, and this plate will be throughout. For that I'm going to measure 15 mm, drawing a light line through it. Again, when we are looking along X direction, this semicircular portion is seen, so I have to mark its center. And now if we see here, the center of the semicircle and this inner circle both are same. This center is located at 30 mm from the bottom, so at 30 mm from the bottom, and at the same time the center is 40 mm from one side, so along the length it is 40 mm and height is 30, measuring 40 mm, drawing a light line. Next, marking 30 mm over this from the bottom. So this is the center of the semicircle as well as the circle, and drawing a light horizontal line through it. The radius of the semicircle is given, that radius is 20 mm, so I'll measure 20, measuring 20 mm, and then keeping this distance in the compass, I'll draw the semicircle line. Then this semicircle is extended to the bottom, it is joining the 15 mm height plate. So this is the shape which we are going to see from the front. Now inside this semicircle there is another circle, this inner circle having diameter 24, so its radius will be 12 mm from the same center, measuring the radius as 12 mm, keeping this distance in the compass and drawing a light circle. So this circle will be visible from the front view. There is another circle which is there at the top. This circular portion will also be visible along X direction, so I'll locate the center for it. Now that circle is having a diameter, the outer circle having diameter of 50 mm, so from one side along the length I'll be measuring 25 mm, that is taking 25 mm from one side because that is the radius of the outer circle, and then drawing a light line. So this is the length which I'm marking and projecting that length downwards. Then I have to locate the height where the center is. Now center is 65 mm above the 15 mm plate. So first here we have the 15 mm plate. Next I will be measuring 65 mm height and then draw a horizontal line that will give me the center. So here I am going to mark that 65 mm height over the 15 mm block. Drawing a light horizontal line through it. Now this will be the center of that circle. Drawing a light circle of the cylinder which is visible from the front view. Then inside this circle we have another circle of diameter 36 mm, so the radius will be 18 mm, measuring that radius. Drawing a circle. Next, after drawing these two circles from the front, that is along arrow X, this portion is also visible. It is called as rib. Now this rib will, since it is inclined, but when we are looking from front, it will be appearing as a straight rectangle. The center of the rib and the center of the circle are same. So I'll project this light. Then the rib is having a length of 12 mm. So from this center line, I'll measure 6 mm on both the sides. So that will give me 12. After completing up till this much, when we are looking along arrow X, this portion, this surface will also be visible, and this surface we can get, that is when we are looking along X, by joining the tangent to both the circle and the semicircle. If we are drawing a tangent, then only we can get this portion, and this tangent we can extend. This is just, we can say that before the center, and here up to the center we can extend it. So, or we can draw it in this manner, because the length of the tangent is not there, so we can draw it in this way, connecting the circle and semicircle. So this is the region or the surface which is visible from the front. Then here we have completed the front view. Whatever I have drawn, that is light. Now I'll make it dark. I am drawing a light curve here, connecting the surfaces. Drawing with freehand. Similarly for the rib. When I will be making it dark, as we can see in this diagram, the 15 mm block and this semicircular portion, they are on the same plane, so there won't be dark line in between them. It is a continuous surface. Then making the semicircle and circular portions dark. Making both the circles, outer circle and inner circle dark. Connecting the plate with the semicircular part. Also connecting the rib with the circular part. Then drawing this tangent. If we look in this diagram, this circle and rib, they are on different planes. So there will be dark line in between, that is this curve will be extended. Next, this 15 mm block and rib, they are also on different planes, so there will be dark line in between them. So here I'll extend this dark line, because whenever in drawing there is change of plane between two surfaces, we have to show dark line in between them. That indicates that both are on different planes. So here is the complete front view of this diagram. Then I'll draw the center lines. Center line should be medium dark. Outlines are dark. So for center line, I'm using this red pen, which indicates medium dark line in red. That is the convention I'm using. Similarly, the center line for the semicircular and circular part. And here we complete the front view for this drawing. Now, after completing the front view, we need to draw the top view. And when we are looking at any object from top, the height will not be visible to us. That is, when we look any given object from top, height won't be visible, but length and width will be there. So here, if we see, when we are looking from the top, the length we had already calculated, that length is there, and here there is a width of 70 mm, which will be visible from the top. So I'll draw the rectangle for the top view as I had drawn it for the front view. Length, we can take it from the front view, projecting it directly downwards. And the width is 70 mm. Measuring 70. So this is the block inside which we should draw the top view. Now the sequence to draw it is, when we are looking from top as an observer, we should draw those parts first which are closer to us. So as an observer at the top, this complete cylinder will be visible, and this cylinder will look like a rectangle from top, having width 50 mm, and the length of the cylinder will be equal to the diameter, that is also 50 mm. Length we have already got from the front view, that we can project downwards, and width we can plot it in the top view, because in case of top view only length and width are visible, height of the cylinder won't be visible. So I'm projecting the length of this cylinder, projecting it light, and the cylinder width is 50 mm. So I'll be marking 50 mm over it. So this cylinder is visible as a rectangle from top. Again, when we are looking from top, this semicircular portion will also be visible. Now this portion is having total width, that is 70 mm. Its length is corresponding to the diameter of the semicircle, which is 40 mm, as the radius is 20. So length we can get from the front view, and width we can plot it into the top view. So this is the length which I am projecting of the semicircular part. So the length is corresponding to the diameter of the semicircle, and width is 70, and here I have already got the width as 70, so it is extended up to the total width. Next, again looking from top, this rib will also be visible, having width 10 mm, connecting the circle in the semicircle. So here I can say that I'll get the projection of the rib from the front view. The rib is in contact with the circle at this location, which is the cylinder in the front view. So projecting the rib downwards in order to get the length of the rib, and here it is connected to the semicircular part at this location. So this will be the length of the semicircular part. Now it is having a width of 10 mm, so I'll plot 10 mm over it. So this will be the rib looking from top. Next, at the same time, there is another rib on this side which will also be visible from the top, and this rib will appear as a rectangle whose length is there in the front view, and with it is connected from the cylinder to the up till the end of the plate, projecting the rib downwards. So this much portion of the rib will be visible, that is from the cylinder to the end of the plate. Now after this, inside this cylinder there is a circle which will not be visible from the top. It means this circle will be hidden, and inside the semicircle there is another circle. Again, that circle will not be visible from the top. So both of them will be hidden. So we have to draw that with the help of dotted line. Next, here if we see, there is a corner which is having radius 10. So I'll draw this corner, radius 10. So I'm taking the width as 10 and even the length as 10. So projecting from both the points, keeping this as the center, drawing the arc. I am directly making it dark because it will be visible from the top. Now after I have completed this, I'll make whatever portion is dark, that is visible portion, I will be making it dark first. So when we are looking from top, this complete cylinder is visible, so it should be made dark. The cylinder is starting from this location, having a width of 50 mm. This much is the length of the cylinder, that will also be dark. Then here another cylinder is there for the semicircular part, that will also be made dark. Then this cylinder of the semicircular part is there up till this location. Next, here the rib will be visible. Rib will be visible from the top, so this line will be dark. I'll make it slightly curved. Here this portion will be connected. Both are having same width. Then here this outline will be dark. Next, this rib, which is of 12 mm length, this rib actually it is going behind, means we can say that that rib will be joining this rib at the behind of the object, so both the ribs are connected. So here I'll draw the visible portion of the rib. This much part of the rib is visible. So connecting them. Next, this rib will be extended inside and both of them will be joining each other. So this much part of the rib is not visible from the top. Then after completing this, I'll draw the inner circles for both the semicircle and the circle, projecting the length of this, that is the diameter, downwards. This inner circle is hidden, not visible from the top, so that I'm drawing it here with the help of dotted line. Next, I'll draw this inner circle which is there in the semicircular part, projecting it light, projecting the center line as well. Then here I'll draw the center line for both the circles. So this is the complete top view for the given object. Now after completing the front view and top view, we need to draw the left hand side view. It will be drawn on right hand side, and when we are looking at the side view, width and height will be visible from the side, not the length. Whenever we are drawing the side view, in that case the height and width they are visible and not the length. Here the width is 70 and height we have from the front view. So in order to draw the side view, the box or the rectangle will be height we are going to get from the front view, and width we will be projecting it from the top view. Let us get started here. Now I am projecting the height with the help of light horizontal line. So this will be the height for the side view. Next, for the width, here I am selecting a point and marking 45-degree angle. Then projecting the width upwards. Taking it up to this 45-degree line. So this is the width which I have projected. When we are looking from left hand side as an observer, then the first thing which is visible to us is this 15 mm block height. So when we are drawing the side view, that is looking from the left hand side, the first thing is this block having 15 mm height and 70 mm width is visible, and that will be visible as a rectangle. So height we can get it from the front view, and width is already there. Then also when we are looking from the side, this semicircular portion or the semicircular cylinder will look like a rectangle from the side. Now its height we can get it from the front view, and width is total 70. Then when we are looking from the side, this block and semicircular part, they are on different planes, so there should be dark line in between them. That we have to remember while we would be making it dark. Next, as an observer from the left hand side, this cylinder will also be visible and it will look like a rectangle. So height again we can get from the front view. Now its width is only 50 mm, not 70. So width we have to get from the top view. Getting this height from the front view, and width is 50. This is the cylinder which we have to get it in the side view. Next, the rib will also be visible. This rib will be visible and it is having width 10. Height we can get from the front. So here I am getting the height of the rib. Width of the rib we can get it from the top view. So this will be the rib. Next, since all things are light here, it gets a little bit of confusing. So I'll make step by step this side view dark so that we can understand what we have to draw next. So at first, as I have explained, this plate is completely visible of 15 mm height and 70 mm width. There will be change of plane, so making this dark. Next, this semicircular part will be visible, and at the same time, first I'll draw this rib and then make the semicircular cylinder dark. So rib is from this point up till here. Making it dark. Next, this is the semicircular cylinder having width 70 mm. And this much portion of the cylinder will be hidden. Then above this there is another cylinder whose width is 50 mm. Here this rib is also visible, so rib will be connected in this fashion and the remaining portion of the rib will be hidden. Then here this much portion is not there, so this we can just remove it out. This portion is not there. This I am just eliminating. Then after this, inside both the circular and semicircular part, there are hidden circles which won't be visible from the side. So projecting them, first getting their center. Projecting it light. Drawing hidden line here. Next, after this, then drawing this circle which will be hidden. Like when we are looking as an observer from left hand side, this inner circle won't be visible, so it will be hidden. Getting its center first. Drawing the center line. So this will be the hidden circle. Here we complete the side view also for this figure. Next, I'll give the dimensions, and dimension lines are also medium dark lines. So when we have made the outline with the help of black color, the dimension lines I'm giving them red color, that indicates medium dark lines. So here the dimensions are from this corner up to the center, this is 40 mm, and then from this center up to the end where the rib is ending, that is 75 mm. The height of the block or the plate, center distance. Next, location of the other center. This height is 15 mm. Next, from the bottom up to the center of the semicircle, the distance is 30 mm. Then, from this 15 mm plate to the center of the circle, this distance is 65 mm. Next, the length of the rib, I can show it directly onto the diagram as well, because some dimensions, if we show it onto the diagram, then also it is correct. This is 12. Then the dimensions for the semicircle and the circle. Semicircle having radius 20. Circle having a diameter of 24. Then the stop circles. Outer circle having a diameter of 50 mm. Inner circle in diameter of 36 mm. So here are the complete dimensions for the front view. Next, for the top view. First, this radius of 10 mm. Width of this small rib will also be there, and the total width, the width of the rib is 10 mm. Total width is 70 mm. Then the width of this portion, this cylinder, I'm giving the dimensions directly onto this projection. Sometimes you can give the dimension in this way. "50", and here this rib is 12, we have already given. Next, we can give the dimensions in the side view as well. All the major dimensions, mostly we have given it in the front view. Again, this block of 15 mm height. Next, the center distance we have already marked. "15 mm", and then marking the width 50 mm at the top and 70 mm at the bottom for the cylinder and semicircular part. So this is the last part which is left, with length of 12, and with this we complete the problem.